will happen today. But, folks, it's 9 p.m. in Iran. It's not happening. Okay? No. I'm going to explain to you why. So, please, as you come in, subscribe, like, and all that stuff. Okay? Who wrote this over here? Mandy. Thank you, Mandy. That was nice. Good morning, Mandy. All right. I think everybody's at church. Well, they're watching. We got a lot of sports things going on. Look at Team USA won the first game against Paraguay, and now they're going to be playing Australia. All right. Supernova, good morning, buddy. How are you? Okay. Folks, I want to tell you my personal opinion. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you the answer why I think this. I believe that Iran already has a nuclear weapon. I believe they got it from Korea, China, or Russia. Okay, but they got one. So, I hear all this stuff about uranium dust. I don't know what uranium dust is. Dust is dust, okay? All right. So, I don't know. But Trump has got to learn to step back and keep his mouth shut. But he's never going to learn that. Comes out Friday, a deal's going to be signed this week, and the stock market skyrockets. Now, no deal is being signed today. Okay, it's 1 o'clock in Washington, 9 in Iran. They're not going to sign. They haven't made a final decision. If that's where he got it from, Agent Orange. Iran has not made a final decision on signing the proposed U.S. framework agreement to end the war, and discussions are ongoing while U.S. and mediator officials have expressed optimism. Tehran indicated more time is needed to review the draft political, legal, and technical details before signing. U.S. President Donald Trump announced a deal was finalized and scheduled for signing, but Iran's foreign ministry contradicted this timeline, stating that it will not happen on Sunday, but could be finalized in the coming days. Stall, stall, stall. Okay? You got to admit, okay? Everybody says Trump is this great negotiator. He wrote that freaking book years ago. He didn't write the book, somebody else wrote it, put his name on it. Okay? Trump's not that great of a negotiator. And folks, what he's accomplished in life financially, if your father gave you $400 million, I'm sure that you could have done something too. Okay? So here you are, you got a guy that's 80 years old, still living off of his father, basically. Okay? And, these are the kind of things that irritate me, and I shouldn't allow it. All right? Is it his birthday today? I think it is. Well, wish him a happy birthday for me, Mandy. And tell him he didn't get what he wanted on his birthday. He didn't get the deal from Iran. Mediation efforts. Qatar negotiators traveled to Tehran to help bridge the final gaps and finalize the text of the memorandum of understanding. Now, folks, I bet most of you think this is a peace deal. This is only a memorandum of understanding, okay? Where if Trump gives up what he wants, Iran puts down what they want, and don't forget, they want $24 billion of their money that we sanction. It's their money, all right? The emerging framework is reported to include sanction release for Tehran, the opening of the Strait of Hormuz, and a commitment from Iran regarding the future dilution and removal of its enriched uranium stockpile. Okay, sanction relief for Tehran. I believe the number is 24 billion. It might be 34. All right. But let's call it 24 billion. Okay. For all these, for this purpose. Okay. $24 billion. Folks, you've heard me. You've been with me for a while. One thing you know, I've always said, when money moves, all right, if Mandy was a negotiator and Agent Orange and I made a deal, and I was going to send money, there's going to be a commission taken out of it. And when you're talking this kind of money, folks, do you think not for 1 second, all right? Not for 1 second that Trump's going to get some of it? Might be through his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, because he's close with all these people there in those countries. Right? Me, I think that's where the problem might be. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. All right? All right? And the removal of its enriched uranium. Well, look they already know, we already know, but they will not admit it. But Israel has a nuclear bomb. Iran is much bigger than Israel by 10 times. But yet, Israel has all this power. Folks, come on, let's hit that like button, subscribe. And, a lot of people say, hey, they send me these messages. All right, we'd like to give to you. We don't know how to do it. Okay. And folks, I'm not here begging for money, but if anybody wanted to do anything, there is that. I know where this is at. I'm not a tech guy, but in the comment section, I think if you wrote a comment, there's a dollar sign there, and that's how you give. All right, thanks. All right. People want to talk about the mob, the mob, the mob. I'm talking about the mob. I'm talking about the real mob, the United States government. And you people just don't understand this shit, okay? You and Tony Pizza. You think I give a shit about Tony Pizza, whoever wrote that comment? All right. Thank you, CJ. All right. I popped up in your feed. You subscribe. Thank you, my friend. Okay. Thank you, Memo. Yes, I was. Okay. I tell you, I don't know why or how these idiots that come in with stupid questions. It just baffles me. Okay? Why can't people come in, be respectful, be positive? All right? You should be happy. You should be grateful that you're here, that you woke up this morning. Have you thanked the Lord for giving you another day? I certainly have. Okay? Because every day on this side of the green is a good day. All right? Because that's the one thing that everybody here should know. One thing is going to happen to you if you are alive today. Someday you will die. It's just the way things happen. Okay? So why don't you be positive and happy from this day on until that day happens? Why can't people do that? Why do they want to come in, all right, with stupid saying? Yes, I listened to my advice when I was 60, Josh. That's why I'm still alive, okay? That's why I'm still alive. Because I believe in respect, loyalty, and honor. Huh? I did what I could when I was younger and what I can get away with. My parents were strict. I fucked up. They spanked me. Okay? Not like in today's world. Okay? Your child does something bad today, they'll buy him a new car. Huh? Everybody's a gangster. So if you're a gangster, that means you got something to do with the government. Okay? So I'm not here to talk about the mob, the Jewish mob. Okay? None of that shit today. All right? I wanted to come here, all right, give you some advice to this Iran memorandum. And all right, honor and respect has been removed from the English language. All right. Good morning, Wander. How are you? Great to see you. So now I have told you, Iran has not made a final decision yet. All right. And I honestly don't think it's going to happen. All right. They're going to put this off and put this off. All right. Until at least after the midterms. Okay. Good morning, my friend Robert in Scotland. Thank you so much for coming. All right. Somebody wrote, "What about the blacks wanting to kill us?" I never heard of that. Okay. So why do you want to start a racial war? Okay. You know, folks, you're here for a reason. Why did you come here today? Was it the title? Tell me. All right, Princess, the title got you. Thank you. So I come up with a pretty decent title today. All right. Look at, and let's go back to the nuclear bomb. And I've been doing some research. I don't know how far a nuclear bomb reaches. All right. I don't know. I tried Googling. All right. I wanted to see if Iran had one, would it reach the United States? Does anybody know anything about that there? If you do, please let me know. All right. Depends on the tonnage. Okay. Well, that's a good question. I wanted to talk about that, CJ. That's another thing. Okay. Pisses me off. Why is Trump giving Israel access to our military information? Why are they giving our information? Why is the CIA giving our information to the Mossad? What the freak is this? Is our country going to be renamed Israel? That's what they would like. And that's what I see happening. I don't like it. Can you imagine where, what lifetime does any president give our secret information to another country? What do you think, CJ? Oh, he was okay. All right. All right. Hello, honey. How are you? Thank you for coming. All right, folks, keep hitting that like button. All right. It's Sunday. If you've been to church, okay, show some respect. Help me out over here. All right. I don't ask for much, but I take my time to come and see you. My time is valuable. So show me that you respect me and show me a little bit of love. If not, if you don't like me, I always say hit the thumbs down button. You see, you have a choice here. Now, I'm not a tech guy, and I don't know. Bonder just wrote Bonder Van Stoda. All right, they say Iran can hit Europe, but not the United States. That's interesting. Okay. I don't think they're going to do it because they know that if they do it, then, all right, other countries are going to hit their button and send it over there. Now, we got many more nuclears than any other country. The United States and Russia have the most, I believe it is. Okay? They know if they hit the button, they're going to get it right back. And a lot worse. And we proved what we could do in World War II to the Japanese at Hiroshima, if you all remember. You know, I think most of the people that come here and watch me are older people. All right, so a lot of you might remember. Okay. Now that happened. I was born at the same. All right, but that was part of our history. We were taught that in school. I don't know if the young kids learn that in school today. All right. No, the ability to live is not just a bond. The ability they were supposed to get rid after Reagan authorized and funded Space Force. Okay. Yes, Queen, Israel is running America. It's running our government, that's for sure. Okay. They got this thing called APAC, where they're paying money to every congressman and senator, every single one. Only one has not taken that money. And that's the guy that Trump and Israel got out of office in Kentucky. All right, Representative Massey. Okay. You see what the power of money does? Okay. What's the most powerful thing on earth? More powerful than any bond? Money. Those who have the money. You see them doing things and getting away with stuff. All right. criminal acts they get away with. They're pedophiles, okay, but they get away with it. U.S. real. Hey, I like that, CJ. All right, that must have been easy. Thank you, Princess. Okay, see, a lot of you people know a lot more than I do. Folks, let me tell you how bad I am. Do you know I don't know how to set the clock on my microwave oven. All right, so if you expect me to know anything about technology, forget about it. Okay? Well, folks, I wanted to come here. I wanted to share that with you today. All right, it's 11:20 here in Los Angeles, and I got a guy coming over to clean my carpeting in a few moments, and I got to take my walk. Since I've been on this old Zempic, I had to push myself to do things. I had to push myself to eat. So I don't know, but I'm going to talk to the doctor this week about it. Okay? So everybody have a great Sunday. God bless you. All my love and respect to you all. Thank you. Take care.